Hey everyone, Jamil here from Aravaipa Running, and this is going to serve as your alternate Ram Party Trail Runs race briefing. I know there's been a lot of changes in the past 24 hours. I wanted to give you all an update and a little bit of why we decided to have this alternate course. So as we were driving and marking the course yesterday, we were encountering some significant snow starting around 8,000 feet. And as we went up to the high points of the course, which are well over 9,000 feet in elevation, it was becoming quite treacherous. And the dam was actually closed yesterday for, I think, a good part of the day. They were plowing the snow in the area, and we felt like it was in the best interest of all runners in terms of volunteers, crews, getting to our start lines, which on Saturday and Sunday, we have start lines that would be over 9,000 feet in elevation, that it would just not be safe to host the event in the form that we had planned. So we're extremely disappointed. We know you are all as well. But we do have, fortunately, an alternate course that we have put together in the past day for all of you to get together, enjoy beautiful Colorado, and hopefully have a great time here at the Buffalo Resort. I'm coming to you from the start-finish line. We have packet pickup going on right now, and it's going to be a great time. There's live music tonight from 6 to 8 p.m., and as well as tomorrow night. We'll have food trucks each evening as well. And the bar inside the lodge will be open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Today, on Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully that's a little consolation prize for the reroutes. So let's get into it. I want to talk a little bit about the changes to the event so that we're all on the same page. I'm going to pull up the race website. It is mostly updated at this point, so let's just get right into it. We have our race announcement. If you want to read a little bit more about the changes and see some photos of the course conditions, you can do so. So let's talk about our race schedule. So we have our 50 mile and our 50K starting at 6 a.m. That is unchanged. All races now start and finish at Bicycle Resort. Just want to make that clear so everyone understands. Do not go up to Woodland Park. Everything is down in Colorado Springs now. We had to unfortunately change our 55K from the point-to-point route, which was going to start up at the Scout Camp, and we are now starting down at the Bicycle Resort, and we're going to be running that. It's the same course as the 50K. We're moving the start time. It was going to be 9 a.m. It's now going to be 8 o'clock in the morning. For anyone that's registered for the 50K or the 55K that's now the 50K, you have two waves. You can start at 6 a.m. if you prefer, or you can start at 8 a.m. if you prefer. It's going to be combined into one set of results based upon your start time, and we're going to have one set of podiums. So let us know at check-in if you prefer 6 a.m. start or 8 a.m. start, and we'll get you going. Those are our ultra distances on Saturday. For Sunday, now Sunday, I understand these are completely different events than you planned on, so we apologize for that in advance. Let's get right into the course changes. So the schedule is unchanged. We're going to start our 33K at 8 a.m., 24K at 8:15, the 16K, which is now closer to 15K, at 8:30, and our 5K is at 9. Due to, this is just recently, as of about an hour ago, Garden of the Gods assess the trail conditions. They're not going to allow us onto the trails, so we are running the road through Garden of the Gods, so I apologize for that. But that is the only way they would allow us to travel through Garden of the Gods to get from Buffalo Lodge up to the course. Like I mentioned, the race location is here at Buffalo Lodge Bicycle Resort. The address is 2 El Paso Boulevard in Colorado Springs. Parking is quite limited here. I will pull up a Google map here on screen for you to take a look at. So this is the Bicycle Lodge Bicycle Resort, and we are staged right in front of where the number 2 building is at the entrance there. I don't think you can see my cursor on there, where that red vehicle is. So that's right where the start is, and these are all rooms that a lot of runners are staying in. And if we go to the back of the property, you're going to drive in past the start-finish line. For those of you that arrive in the morning, you're going to wrap around to the back side of the building here. And this dirt lot in the back has been marked out with orange chalk, and that's going to be parking for about 60 cars on site for both Saturday and Sunday morning. So we believe that is going to host most of our 50-mile runners for the 6 a.m. wave. For those of you in the 8 a.m. start, we are recommending that you hop on our shuttle bus. We are going to have off-site parking at Rock Ledge Ranch Historic Site. The address is 3105 Gateway Road, Colorado Springs. And that bus is going to leave at 7 a.m. It is only a few miles from where we're at here. So if I do a quick directions from the Buffalo Lodge, it is a 2.1 mile drive. It's approximately a 6 minutes to drive between the two. So it's not far. There's a little bit of an overview. So that is the parking. And I'm going to zoom in on the site just so everyone's on the same page. So this is how you enter in. And you have this Garden of the Gods parking. This is a parking lot. And then there is a gate right down here at the bottom. And you can see this Gardens of the Gods dog park over here. So if the gate is open and you see our staff out there, there's a chance that we'll park you just inside the gate. And the bus will pull up and park right here in this Garden of the Gods parking lot. If the gate is for some reason closed in the morning, you can find a parking spot here where it says Garden of the Gods parking. We'll get you guys loaded up on the bus. We'll get your bib number recorded, and you guys will be on your way. The bus is going to make 2 trips, so we're trying to load up the first trip right at 7 and leave within 5 minutes, and then the bus will circle back around for a second trip. Now, for those of you racing on Sunday, the same thing. We expect that between the 33K, maybe the 24K, we'll be able to park you on site. But I would recommend anyone else, or if you just would prefer to not have to park on site, please hop on the race-provided shuttle. And we will have a shuttle ride back over to this parking lot when you finish your race. So I think that covers our shuttle bus parking. We appreciate you all with your help on logistics with parking. If you have a crew, we do not recommend taking the shuttle if you have a crew. We're going to have a tougher time getting you back. So if you're a solo runner just coming out to the race, or if you have 2 of you or 3 of you and you just want to hop on the shuttle, please do that. There are some other parking options if you prefer around Buffalo Lodge. So the neighborhood here, it does have quite narrow streets. So if I go back to the map with the Buffalo Lodge, this is our overview. So a lot of these streets are not conducive to parking and through traffic. The couple exceptions over here on 36th Street, if you can see it, and Pikes Peak Avenue, those are a little bit to the east and to the south. Those ones do have a more ample amount of parking. If you see El Paso Boulevard, this is the road that's right in front of the Buffalo Lodge. If you head to the west, there is some parking. The Manitou Springs Skate Park, and then right by Fields Park, there is quite a bit of on-street parking. Those are the areas that I would recommend. If you are a crew or spectator, and if we have filled the lot, it's about a 0.4 mile walk down. Keep in mind there is likely a baseball game happening on Saturday, so Sunday shouldn't be a problem to park in the ball field parking, but we'd ask you reserve that. One more option for crews, if you go up Becker's Lane, the Garden of the Gods Trading Post has some parking. This is first come, first served to the public. So it's a little bit of a further walk for those of you running the race, but some of you who are crewing and spectating might want to get there. You can do a hike in the Garden of the Gods. So I think that covers our parking, our shuttling. We appreciate your patience with that. So again, if you are in the first race of the day, we can likely park you on site. If you're in any later race that's scheduled, we recommend taking the shuttle or finding the alternate parking in the area. Let's talk about our courses. So we did have to adjust the courses. We are now maxing out around 8,600 feet elevation. I'm going to pull up the course map. So this right here shows our full course. So unfortunately for you ultra distance, we will have some out and backs. I think the benefit of that is you're going to be able to see a lot of your friends out there while you're running, and you're going to be able to see your crew at the Buffalo Lodge. I think it's going to be a really great atmosphere. So we're starting here. Everyone's going to be starting out running on this road that parallels the Buffalo Resort. So keep in mind, going out and coming back, we will have some traffic assistance on the way out, but please do watch for traffic on your way back in. You'll be heading up onto this dirt road briefly, and you'll be crossing this crosswalk across the Garden of the Gods road here. And then you'll be running on the pedestrian/bike path. You'll be on the west side of the road when you begin. We do need you to stay out of the lane of traffic and stay in that pedestrian path. You'll run all the way through Garden of the Gods until you hit the Rampart Range Road. This is near Balanced Rock if you're familiar with the area, but you'll head up on to the dirt road there. We ask that crews stay off this road. We don't have crew access for the event this year in this area. We want to give the road to the runners as much as possible. The road is open to the public, so keep that in mind. And I'll zoom out here so you can see the aid station locations. Your first aid station will be at New Glen Eyrie Aid. There will be 2 portable restrooms at this aid station. A little bit higher up, Water Tank Aid is going to be our largest aid station out on the mountain. So there's going to be a 20 by 20 tent. We'll have stoves, hot food and liquids up there. I actually don't know how much hot foods, but definitely hot liquids. We'll have broth, hot instant coffee, and then our High Point aid station is going to be the new RRR aid. We had to move this down below the High Point due to accessibility. So each of these aid stations, so for our 50 milers, let's go over it real quick. 50-mile race, you guys are going to do the full trip up the mountain to the top, all the way back down to Buffalo. You'll do that twice, all the way up, all the way back down. And then on your final loop, you will run up to New Glen Eyrie Aid. So on your last trip up the mountain, it's up to New Glen Eyrie, and that'll give you your 50-mile split. 50-mile and 50K runners. You can have drop bags down at the start-finish. You'll be able to access them in between your loops. And 50-mile, you can pick up a pacer at mile 41. For our 50K, you'll do a full lap up and down the mountain, and your second lap, you'll go past New Glen Eyrie, and to get the distance correct, there will be a new 50K turnaround point at this switchback, and then you'll run all the way back down the mountain. For our 33K and below, I'll get all of them put onto this map so you can see. Zoom out. So in the yellow, the 33K goes all the way to the top to the new RRR aid. That's the Rampart Range aid station. Our 24K is going to go to Water Tank aid station, turn around, come back. Our 15K is going to go up to the Glen Eyrie aid station. And then the 5K is going to go to the start of the Rampart Range Road, which is going to be down near the bottom, and that'll be your 5K race right there. And I think that covers most of our aid station. We will have turnaround signs and timing points out on the course as well. So again, your biggest reminder is when you're coming back in, the last mile and a half is going to be on the roads where there is traffic. So please keep that in mind as you go. Let's go back to our website here as we go. Weather conditions. What can you expect the rest of the weekend? There is a chance of rain tomorrow. I'll actually just pull this up real quick so we can take a look. So not a huge chance, but there is a small chance of rain tomorrow throughout the day. It's looking like we're in pretty good shape. Sunday is a different story. We have more of a 60% chance throughout the entire event, 50 to 60% chance. So I would say pack some rain gear. On Sunday, there is going to be definitely rain, so I would pack a rain shell with you on Sunday. You will be climbing a couple thousand feet above Colorado Springs. Be prepared for the weather. Bib Pickups. So we have it going on right now. It's 5 o'clock as I'm recording this. We have it open from 5 to 7 p.m. We'll have the Eternal Temples here, live music at Buffalo Lodge, as well as a food truck. And tomorrow morning, we'll have a 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. packet pickup here at Buffalo Lodge. And tomorrow evening as well. So we'll open back up 5 to 7 p.m. So if you're racing on Sunday, you can come and pick up your bib, enjoy some music from Last Patrol, and there will be a food truck here as well in the evening. On Sunday, we'll have 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. packet pickup for those of you racing on Sunday. Let's take a look at our aid station charts. This is all on the website, so I'm going to kind of skim over this. It's actually a lot more aid now in the event, so should be very well aided out there on course. I did mention we have drop bags. Anyone's welcome to leave a drop bag at the finish line here while you're out on the course. And there's also our only crew accessible aid station is going to be here at the lodge as well. We did add pacers to the 50 miler. You can start after you finish your second lap at mile 41 for the final 9-mile stretch. Unfortunately, we won't allow this for the 50K. For our 33K and below, you can see all the different aid station distances here as well. We likely will not have anything at the 5K turnaround other than one of our volunteers or staff members. So we mentioned crews welcome at the start-finish line, and we have some more information on parking. We talked about that at the beginning of the video, but there's a little more information down here that you might want to check out as you prepare for arrival on Saturday or Sunday. And we really want to shout out and thank our volunteers. They've been moved around as well this weekend, so thank to all of them for coming out. Our cutoff times. So our cutoff times for Saturday are going to remain as 11 p.m. It's going to be 17 hours for our 50 miler and for those 50K runners who start at 6 a.m. And it's going to be 15 hours for our 50K that starts at 8 a.m. All runners in the 50 mile and 50K, you must start your final partial lap of the course by 7 p.m. So that gives you around 13 hours for the 50 miler to do the first 2 laps of the course. And keep in mind, it will be dark around 8 p.m. So carry a headlamp if you're heading out on that final lap. As far as medical goes, we have our EMTs will be at Buffalo Lodge for the duration of our finishers. And we will have an on-course EMT at Water Tank Aid. That'll be on Saturday during the ultra distance. You can link to the map that I've been showing right on the website here, and we do have an alternate map. Please note that I'm still updating the route through Garden of the Gods as we are moving from the trail to road. We also have our updated elevation profiles. This will show you what the climbs will look like for this new event. Those are there. And most of this other information I think we've talked about or it's already passed. We'll talk about our course markers real quick. So due to the course change, we don't have course signs for every single distance up and down the mountain, but everyone is on the same exact route. So there's literally no turns different. You will see orange pin flags that say Aravaipa Running on them. You will see orange ribbon with black polka dots. Those are the markers we use. If you see a red wrong way sign or white and blue checkerboard pattern ribbons, those are wrong way roads that you do not want to go down. So we do have signs out there. They might say 50 mile. They might say 55K, 33K. Those are the main arrowed signs that we'll see. Just keep in mind, those are sending all runners up and down the course. So just kind of follow everyone up and down. We will have dedicated signs for turnaround points that correspond with your bib color. That is the one thing to keep in mind. What else am I missing here? We will have live race day timing, live.aravaiparunning.com. I can show you briefly what that looks like. So if you go to live.aravaiparunning.com, you can track your runner. These, it looks like we have updated. So Ram Party, and you'll be able to click here and select the race you're in. So if you're in the 50 miler, you can see we've already got the names populated here. and our updated aid station locations here, so you can follow and track the event. I think that is almost everything. We're going to push this video out to all of you. I hope you have a great event out here. And again, hopefully we can get back to the normal course for next year. If you have any questions at this point in time, the best way to receive a quick response would be to send a text message to 602-346-0554. You can also call that number. It will go directly to me. And if you need that number on race day for any reason, if you have an issue on course, you can program it in your phone as Aravaipa Running, and feel free to reach out. So again, I really do appreciate all of you for bearing with us. I know anytime you have a course reroute, it can be disappointing. So thank you all, and let's have a party out there. Let's make the best of the weekend. Let's have a great time. We'll see you soon.